This is New Orleans.
All right, shout out to the family up in here again. The Sports Coma representing the mighty Who Dat Nation. Shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Y'all, please feel free to get your prop bets in at FanDuel. And in this episode, man, we'll be reacting to AK-41 visiting Terron Armstead, our fantastic former offensive left tackle, one of the best that we've had. If you formulate a Saints top offensive line that we talk about all this, obviously Terron Armstead, in my opinion, probably the second best one. We had some really good ones, man, but the first is Willie Roaf, and Terron Armstead is up there, man. So he would be on that line, the top 5 guys, maybe playing the opposite side. Could you imagine? Y'all give me y'all top 5 all-time Saints offensive line in the chat, man. Let me know how y'all feel about that. But nonetheless, he questioned Alvin Kamara about being with the Saints coming up. And Alvin is what we've been saying. Alvin Kamara never changed his mind about wanting to trade or never wanting to leave. I've played for you guys insiders saying to the contrary, that they believe that this, that, and the third, but Alvin Kamara doesn't feel any kind of way. I mean, he's cruising. He's going to cruise right into his retirement. He got all this stuff set up outside of football, and you could tell that he's feeling pretty good. So this is what he had to say about what's going on with the black and gold. Here we go. Y'all hit the like button.
I want to ask you about the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
The draft just happened. I really want to get your thoughts on the Saints' first pick, number 8 overall, Jordyn Tyson.
Jordyn. Yeah, man. I mean, super talented. Watched him a little bit in college. And I mean, he doing some things that you see and you like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So super excited to get him in the building. I'll be, I ain't been in New Orleans, but I'll be over there soon. I'll go check him out and go all the draft picks really, but just tap in and say what's up to those guys. But super excited to see what he can do. I know he's just another weapon for the offense. Man, we always looking for weapons. So it's
sure.
Exciting.
A lot of draft experts had him as the number 1 receiver coming out of the draft. I think Carnell Tate was the only one to go ahead of him.
Yeah.
But what I've seen from Jordyn Tyson is explosive, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Explosive.
Yeah. We know explosive. So yeah, he definitely explosive. Like I'm excited to see it translate. I think we'll have him right.
I already know.
Yeah, you know how that go.
Just talking more about the offseason, the Saints had been busy in free agency, bringing over a ton of the top names.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the David Andrews coming in at the left guard spot out of Buffalo?
We on the set, man. Listen, he nasty, dog. He nasty. I definitely a good pickup. I mean, dude that plays nasty, plays disciplined. I mean, he moves stuff. You know what I'm saying? So excited to, anytime I'm a running back. Anytime we get a O lineman in there that can provide some help, man, I'm excited. So again, when I get over to New Orleans, make sure I show some love to him and get with him because he's gonna be helping a lot.
That's a fact. Speaking of the O line, I've had a number of the Saints O line here in Dallas. We've been training this offseason. Going through the set, I've had both tackles, Tally and Kelvin Banks, C's, Will Sherman.
Yeah,
I seen Richard. Like we really been getting after it.
You ain't gonna let him slack.
Never, not for 1 second.
Yeah,
not for 1 second.
Yeah,
you got another weapon in the backfield with you, Travis Etienne. Talk to me about him and his game. What he's bringing.
I mean, I watched him in Jacksonville. These past couple of years, and explosive. He hit home runs. He did it in college. Strong dude, seems smart. I'm excited to see what we could do together. I think, and I ain't into social media and all that. I don't do too much watching and stuff, but I think a lot of people be thinking it's like beef or something. Like when moves like this happen, and it's like, man, I couldn't be happier. Like 1, my boy got paid, and 2, like, man, it ain't nothing but some help in the backfield. Like, man, that's the name of the game. Shoot, you dip. One person can't do it by themselves, so I'm cool. I'm cool with it, man. Whichever direction that we can take it. I mean, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't had really a chance too much to talk to him, but definitely excited that he got a fleur de lis on his helmet. He got paid and time to work.
For sure.
Yeah, I haven't heard that narrative that Alvin's be speaking about of people saying that he's mad. He's never had that temperament. I mean, he was getting his money straight. I mean, that's what most people do. I've not heard that. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all have heard the temperament that he's mad because the Saints added help or something similar to that. I've never heard that narrative. I don't know who he's listening to on social media when he does go on there. But before we get finished, y'all hit that like button. But listen to this. The addition of those guys, David Edwards, and don't forget the right guard that we picked up, and Jeremiah from Auburn, right? Jeremiah, right? That we picked up. The Saints have a commitment, right, to getting that offensive line. Last year was it was horrible. The first half of the season, Saints could not run the ball effectively. Alvin was getting beat up running in between. That's the type of stuff, sometimes that gets missed. Like when we do the play-by-play, I remember Alvin Kamara fully healthy at the start of the season, running the ball, and those lanes, those gaps weren't open long. They weren't. The offensive line, they got better. They got better later on in the year, and it became a different set of guys that got in there because most of the other guys got hurt and were in and out of the lineup. But it wasn't good sledding, and it put a lot of pressure on the quarterback to make plays, and that was, of course, Spencer Rattler. You had guys dropping the ball. They just was disjointed. The second half of the year, you started to see eventually people catching up, knowing where they were supposed to go. There was some, knowing their routes. Everything started to sync better. It just took a long time to get to that point. They still have some errors and issues, but not nearly as many as what we've seen with the pre-snap penalties and just the bad offensive line play in terms of them opening up wider gaps for Alvin Kamara to get through. Just was tough. But adding David Edwards, getting the 4th round draft pick, right guard to compete with Cesar Ruiz. A lot of people think this will be a developmental year for right, but you also have Will Sherman. I'm thinking that the Saints aren't, Cesar Ruiz is definitely a person that a lot of people see as he needs to step it up. Even he said that. Credit to him understanding that the fire is on. He got 2 years remaining on his contract. Got to step the hell up. But Teron Armstead doing his best to help these guys in the offseason get stronger, work on technique. That's a huge gift for the offensive lineman, for the Saints to have Teron Armstead connected to him in that way where he's training them up. Teron Armstead is not some guy that that's just running the camp. This guy was a supreme athlete as an offensive line. He ran one of the top 40 times in the combine. Very a tall athlete. He came out of where was T. Ryan from Arkansas, Pine Bluff or something like that. Y'all remind me in the chat. But one of these small schools, man, and just made a major impression and became one of the Saints' top offensive linemen in this time there. So for him to just be, helping offensive linemen develop their craft and skill in the offseason, that's just a huge, big old pickup because it just makes our line a lot better, and make them more competitive. You mentioned Will Sherman, all these other guys. That's just huge to have an asset like Teron Armstead helping you develop as an offensive lineman. Could you imagine? So, I mean, that's just terrific.
We've seen it before. Like we've seen the combo before when you and Mark Ingram.
Man. Come on,
you know what I mean?
The Ingram combo,
so,
yeah.
Can you guys, can we get that again? Can we see that type of production out of the backfield from a two-headed monster?
Man, I think that's what we're trying to find, man. Like I think, me and Mark set the bar
high.
Yeah, very high. And I think, that's what efficiency looks like on a very high level. So
Indeed.
I'm 100% for it. Like, if that's what the direction we going in, I'm with it. Mm-hmm. I think we can get some. I think we can get there. Mark, Tutu my dog. So I ain't gonna say we're gonna recreate that, but we'll see. We got to get close. We got to reach for it.
Shout out those dudes for sure.
You get to have that, man.
Tyler Shough. We talked about him, of course, when we did the in-person episode on the set, and he came on the set too as well. Shout out Tyler.
Sure.
It's a lot of belief in him and what he's shown in his first year. Have you guys had any conversation this offseason in preparation of his sophomore NFL season?
So me and T, we supposed to be getting up, talk some ball, kind of fellowship a little bit and get some work. But I mean, we were talking about it closing out the year, and I kind of I ain't gonna go into too much detail of what we was talking about, but I just told him, it's higher expectations. It's gonna be higher expectations now. And you remember, we used to sit in the team room, and Sean used to be like, man, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Like, man, just work. You go 10 times harder, work, because what I'm saying, now it's for real. You day one, week one starter, like, you got to put together a whole season. And it's a lot of expectations. It's belief. It's believers, it's non-believers, it's people in the middle, it's people want to see you fail, it's people that want to see you do well. It's like you gotta find your happy place in saying, like, shoot, I know all that is going on, but I still gotta come to work and I gotta perform. So I think he's ready for it, man. He's mature. He got some swag to him. I think, like, it's like this lightheartedness about his game and his approach that, like, he works his ass off, but, like, he also doesn't take himself too serious, you know what I'm saying?
Fun with it for sure.
Yeah, he can have fun with it, and same thing, like the fans and all that. Like, I think he deals with it well. Like, if it's some criticism, he don't shy away from it, but nice. he don't let it pierce his heart, And if it's some praise, he take it and keep moving. So I'm excited to see what he can do, man. I'm excited for Shough, man.
He got the
Shough don't have thin skin, that's for certain, and he has the proper temperament. In the NFL, if you listen to a lot of his interviews, he's not too heavy on himself, like he's this guy and all this kind of stuff. He's not full of himself. He's like Joe Everyman. This is a dude that understands that he, I ain't gonna say the slimmest of things, but several years of college football, multiple injuries, showed up. Saints drafted him 4th overall in the 2nd round last year. He goes from that to being a starting quarterback of an NFL team. So you're not going to get in his head and make him seem like he's larger or lesser than what he is. And once again, the success of what's around the team, because you have Teron Armstead helping the offensive lineman. You have Drew Brees, who I've showed before has a direct line to Tyler Shough. Drew's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Who has said on multiple interviews that he talks to Tyler Shough, that Shough has a line to him at any time. Man, what more could you ask for if you're the Saints? So yes, he is the starting quarterback, but even when you listen to some of the interviews, like, yeah, we know he did a lot of positive stuff last year, but he said, but we still we finished last in the NFC South. We won a certain amount of games. We need to do more, this sort of temperament. So, he has what it takes mentally, going through all of those injuries, making it. He's been through a testing ground, a testing period. He's been through the fire, and the guy is positioned and primed to be to deal with whatever he got to deal with at the next level.
Listen, he got the whole city excited, man. He got the whole NFL excited. He's shown enough. At the end of last year, it's up. I got one more for you, AK. Regards to your head coach, how far can Kellen Moore go as a head coach, as a play caller? What we see his intellect. We see him create and scheme, and especially when the offense started to open up with Tyler Shough.
Yeah.
How far can Kellen Moore go?
And I think he can go far, man. He got some weapons. I feel like he got toys. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole bunch of toys. He got a toy box. And
yeah, he do.
Now, what scene is it going to be? Is it going to be a fighting scene? Is it going to be a accident? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like he got all these tools at his disposal, and I think it's like, for him, he just want to create. So I think it's our job to make it come to life. And it's just about, I think, all around, like, man, it's about collaboration and transparency and just togetherness and just trying to work to a common goal. And when you have an environment that's like that, man, you know how that go. It's the sky's the limit. So I think Kellen, he's ready for it. He's welcoming it. And I think he probably just excited as Saints Nation is, honestly. So
yeah,
it'd be good, man. It'd be good situation. Good stuff going. Yeah.
All right, AK. Look, man, I greatly appreciate you joining us.
You want to ask that one question?
Here you go. I could if you want to go there.
No, we'll this is supposed to be this is a 3-part. This is just the first part of the 3-part. Yeah, so
it's a series.
We'll save it for a little bit. I'm feeling good, man. I feel like I'm getting some muscle mass and stuff. I'm down here in the sun. I'm getting right, man. I'm gonna chill though. I'm winding down. I got my blue light blocking on, so I'm winding down. I don't even want to go. I don't want to up my cortisol right
So
now.
we're gonna make him wait. We're gonna make him wait for the.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro.
That's crazy. That's cool. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Patience is a virtue, brother.
You right. It is.
Right. And everybody, all the people listen. He was talking to chat. I seen it. Everybody that's here just for this, make sure you come back, man.
For sure.
Don't get the set tripping. Don't get the set tripping now. If you on the set right now, you can't. Hey, it's only one way out. It's only one way out. Don't set tripping.
Y'all heard the man.
Don't do that. Y'all
heard the man.
Yeah. Man,
somebody did ask, did you cut your hair? Because
I ain't cut it. I just got it. Okay, it's a lot, man. It's getting long. It's hard to manage, bro. It's like the hardest thing in my life to manage. Other than never mind. But yeah,
don't go there, bro.
It's a family show.
Yeah.
Don't even go there.
I ain't cut it, man. It's still there. I got the locks.
Okay.
All right. Shout out to brother Teron Armstead and AK-41, the greatest running back, one of the greatest offensive tackles the Saints ever seen, had outside of Willie Roaf. On my list, and I eventually probably will do a list going down the line of some of the top offensive linemen, like my top 5 favorite offensive line in terms of the Saints all time. That line has Willie Roaf. It has Jim Dombrowski. It's just a really fire line that I have. You got to throw guys like Carl Nix in there, Jari Evans, Jari in there first. This sort of thing. So, and Teron Armstead is on that list, man. So I'm going to kind of get my list of those guys, but he's on there. And of course, AK-41, the greatest Saints running back there ever was, has all of the records, took down his partner, Mark Ingram's numbers as well, took down Deuce McAllister's numbers. So, I mean, these are two of the best that the black and gold has ever seen. This is pretty much Saints royalty here. But outside of that, man, good interview there, good game there. So, I mean, it just goes to show that it was confirmed that he never changed his philosophy. He never changed his mind. He never demanded a trade. He never did any of these other things. These insiders saying they believe that he won't be with the team. And I've always accepted that because he has 1 year left on his contract. It's not like he has multiple years left on his contract. He never said he wanted an extension. I think he's good at just finishing out the way he is. And of course, he might want another championship or something like that. Who knows? That could change after this year. Let's say the Saints dig deep in the playoff run, and it could really kind of be like, you know what? This is really good. And Alvin has a solid year. What happens? He's like, hey, man, I'll come back for a cheat. You never know. But you never know. This could change down the line. But in terms of him going somewhere else and being somewhere else, I never bought into that. I think he can coexist with many different running backs. We've seen that before. He knows at this stage of his development that he's not tripping on being the second guy. He's going to get reps. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. He's a consummate and ultimate professional. So it is simply is what it is with AK-41. You understand? All right, y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. We up in this thing. I appreciate you guys for being in the live, man, as we keep it moving.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com, your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation. Stay in the NO.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.